Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The Prophet ﷺ made it clear to us that on your assets there is no zakat. ليس في مسلم على عبده وعلى فرسه صدقة. That the person doesn't need to give zakat on his horse or you know a slave perhaps. In those days they had slaves, but the horse or the slave could bring in an income. So you could probably send your slave away for the day, get paid, you give something to your slave, you keep something for yourself. That would then go into your part. Same thing with the horse. You've got the horse, you rent out the horse, what rental income that brings in, all of that then becomes zakatable. The actual asset itself is not zakatable. Okay, so we understand there is no difference of opinion in this between the ulama that your asset is not zakatable. So now you've got two homes. You bought those homes with the intention of renting them out. Yes, you've got the intention of one day perhaps selling them on, but right now you've got no intention of putting them on the market. Therefore, they are not trade goods. So whatever income you have coming in from them, from your rental, that then that then is put alongside whatever you have in your bank account, with all your wealth, jewelry, etc., whatever it is, and then you calculate the zakat if it is above the threshold, which is 595 grams worth of silver or the equivalent of, if that's the threshold. If it is above that, then you give 2.5% in zakat to the poor and the needy, or from the 8 categories which are found in ayah number 60 from Surah At-Tawbah. So from every £1,000, you give £25 in zakat to the poor and the needy, or any one of those 8 categories that are found in Surah At-Tawbah. If you've bought the asset and you decide, so that's the first scenario. The first scenario is that you've got some intention of selling it one day, but not right now. Then you just give zakat on the revenue that brings in. If it is above the threshold and you've had it for more than 1 year, one Hijri year. The second scenario is that you've got the property, you've had it for a year, you've had it for 2 years, etc. Now you want to sell it. But why are you selling it? I'm just selling it so I can get my capital back. That is not trade goods. And again, there's no difference of opinion on this either because it is still an asset. إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ وَإِنَّمَا لِكُلِّ امْرِئٍ مَا نَوَى. Everyone is judged according to their intention, and the rulings will then be based on that intention of that person. So now, if you've got a house and you sell that house, we ask you, why are you selling the house? He says, I just want my money back. I want my 100, 200, 300, whatever it is, I want it back. And then I will, understand a better idea as to what I want to do with it. Right now, I just want my money back. That's not trade goods by definition, by your intention as well, because you're not taking that money back so that you can reinvest it and buy something else so that it can be, of a profitable nature. You are just taking your capital back. That is not trade. That's the second scenario. The third scenario, you bought the house. You want to trade it from the moment that you bought the house. But whilst it was on the market, you put it up for rent. In that scenario, you give zakat on the asset because it is trade goods. That is your intention. And you give zakat on the rental that it brings in. You give zakat on the rental that it brings in. So these are the three scenarios that I can think of. With what you've described, you've bought two houses. One day you intend on selling it, but like we've said, we've already established that that intention has not been made clear in yourself right now. Therefore, it's not trade goods. So you would give zakat on what you have as income coming in on the revenue if it is above the threshold and you've had it for more than one Hijri lunar year. Hopefully this makes sense. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless you and bless the Muslims with whatever He grants us. Wallahu a'lam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.